And hello YouTube, this is GSmaniamsmart and I'm taking another brand new video for Gaming with GS, and today we're on Guild Wars 2 and I just want to take a quick look at the recent patch, the May 17th patch that ArenaNet has released. There's not much in it, but there is just enough in it that we can make a video on it and talk a little bit about how they're moving forward this summer. Or basically almost reaching Living World Season 3. As we know, it's going to be starting hopefully sometime around July, maybe August. That's my guess. But they have added some new things that are worth mentioning and some pretty cool stuff as well. So you will see some relevant footage in the background. I don't know how exactly relevant it is. I'll have to see when I'm editing. I'll try to make it very relevant, but I do want to put in this Ellie match that I played in PvP. That's really good. It was a really good a match. It was like really close, and the fight, ended at our Lord, where we were ahead by like 15 points because we killed everybody, and it was just amazing. So I'll see if I can get all that game in there. If not, you'll see relevant footage, but if you want to watch the video, you can. If not, you can always minimize as usual and just listen to me talk, and you'll still be informed about everything that's going to be happening with this recent patch. So first of all, let me go over the, I guess, not as important stuff. Just go over the Black Lion gem store stuff real quick. There's a bit of it. And one of the most important things here that a lot of people have actually really liked, and to me, it isn't that big of a thing because I'm not into, outfits. But a lot of people have loved the fact that the Cook's outfit is back. And the Cook's outfit is actually one of the first few outfits that they've actually created, and it hasn't been here for a while, and now it's actually back for 700 gems. So if you want to get that Cook's outfit, you can get it. It's in the gem store. It isn't anything crazy for me though, so I'm not going to be getting it. You'll also see that in the Black Lion Trading Company, there is now also an NPC, and I swear to you, I've had several friends tell me, I wish you could preview the Total Makeover kit. I wish there was a way to actually preview it before buying it. And I was like, yeah, that'd be a pretty cool idea. And today they have it actually included in the game where you can preview the Total Makeover kit. There is an NPC in the Black Lion Trading Company, which is in Lion's Arch. Many of you may not have even gone there ever. Those of you who usually preview the Black Lion weapon skins, it's in the same little house, I guess, same little building. And on the left side of the Black Lion Trading Company building, there's now an NPC. You talk to her, and you can basically sort of like recreate your entire character and preview everything that is in the Total Makeover kit. And you can basically go crazy there. And if you actually are happy with some of the changes you've made, then you can go ahead and buy a makeover kit. And I think that really incentivizes people to actually buy them, and it boosts ArenaNet sales. And it's a nice little gesture to actually give people an opportunity to see what this Total Makeover kit is, and before even wanting to buy it. That's always been something that has sort of been missing. However, I love my characters. I don't think I really need it. So they have that, and along with the Total Makeover kit, they've also added new hair colors, which actually look really cool. I'm really liking the way they look. They all sort of have this bluish, purplish, pinkish tint to it, but really awesome. It's great to see that we're actually getting more hair colors. Character customization is also being expanded on. And these aren't new hairstyles, they are just new hair colors. So I have seen some people walking around already with them, and it looks really cool. You'll see on screen me fumbling around with some of these colors. My wizard looks really weird on, but they do look kind of cool. So if any of you do want to use a Total Makeover kit, well, you have new colors to choose from. And apart from that, we also have a brand new selection of Black Lion weapon skins, and these look really cool. The ones that really interest me specifically is the staff and the shield, but the shield specifically looks really awesome. I think I may be buying that shield for my Guardian because it sort of fits the style. I wish the shield was a little bigger. The shield I currently have on my Guardian, it's just, I want to have a big shield. If any of you know a big shield, like a nice big shield that a Guardian could use, let me know in the comment section. Right now I think I'm using like the Vigil shield because it's pretty big. But you'll see my Guardian character on screen, and you'll see like what kind of theme I'm looking for. And I don't know, I guess it fits sort of, but the shield's a bit too small. But some of these skins look pretty cool, and it only costs you one Black Lion ticket. I happen to be saving a Black Lion ticket, so I might be investing it here. Maybe I'll wait for the next set. I'm not really sure yet. And that's pretty much all for the Black Lion Trading Company and the gem store. Now in the World vs. World, they did make some few changes I don't play World vs. World that much. I do play it occasionally, but they have changed some of the guild camp upgrades. For one, they've added Assault Roller, Pack Doliak, and Speedy Doliak, which are now tier 1 camp upgrades. And they've also removed, however, Centaur Banner, Dragon Banner, Turtle Banner, and the Iron Guards, which are no longer camp upgrades. Now, how that's going to affect World vs. World, I clearly wouldn't really know, because I don't play it that much to actually know the impact of that. But they've also fixed a few bugs, but nothing really too crucial to go over. If you want to see the exact things that they've done, the exact fixes, you can check the patch notes out. That's pretty much all for World vs. World. And they also did a giant, once again, well, not really a giant, but they've obviously looked at PvP again, and they've tried to balance some of the classes. They've tried to look at matchmaking again, and they've tried to look at division placement. So for one, they've removed the Mercenaries Amulet, which I know a lot of people were using. I think there were a few classes that were actually really using that amulet, but I wonder how that's gonna affect some players, because it isn't. I don't think I've played a class that used that amulet, but I have seen, especially on meta battle, I have seen several builds that do use that amulet. So I wonder how that's going to change. However, on the bright side, the Viper's amulet is now free, and if you've actually bought that, then you'll actually get the money back. So you may have some more extra gold in your pocket if you happen to buy that. And they've also added some extra statistics on the PvP panel. It's really cool. You can now see your win streak actually at the bottom right corner. So if you've gotten some pretty amazing win streaks, it will actually be recorded now, and it's another nice little thing to show off, to show how good you are at PvP. As for matchmaking, they've once again tweaked the matchmaking system. Apparently, it still wasn't right the way it was in Season 2. It still wasn't right the way it was in Season 1. So, new matchmaking system. Again, they've made some tweaks to it. Apparently, it's supposed to be more balanced this season. So, time will only tell. And, obviously, playing a lot of matches will only tell as well. To be quite honest with you, I've never really had that big of a problem with matchmaking. I've never really went on a super bad losing streak. I've never really went on an amazingly huge winning streak. I think the best win streak I've ever had was like maybe, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 wins in a row maybe. And then I'd probably like lose one game and then I'll probably win again. But I've never really noticed that big of a difference. Maybe, again, I haven't played that much. I didn't ever get Diamond, though. This season, I'm trying to get to Diamond, actually. Me and my friend Mariah are going to try to get to Diamond. I'm going to be playing on my Ellie, obviously. I'm going to try to play my Guardian, and maybe I'll play my Revenant a bit. I'm really bad at my Revenant, though. Like, I need to learn how to play that class. But I really want to get the Legendary back piece for PvP. And I want to get to Diamond. The closest I've ever gotten. I think I got really close to Diamond in Season 1. Did I get Diamond in Season 1? I think I got Diamond in Season 1 even. I can't remember if I got to it or I was like 1 bar away. I'm pretty sure I was either like 1 bar, 1 little section away, or I was just about to get into Diamond. But then I was busy with school, so I could never get there. So I was pretty much about to be Diamond in Season 1, and I feel like I really want to get to it this season. So we'll see how that goes. I'll definitely be sharing with you guys the journey as I get to Diamond. And another really cool thing that they've done for this season is, I don't know if many of you play League of Legends, but I guess it sort of follows this sort of. If you tend to be a very high rank in a game, then you won't have to restart all the way at the bottom again. Like, say you're a Diamond player, right? Then you don't need to start all the way back at like bronze level. And in Guild Wars 2, it always seemed like, even though you reach Diamond or even though you reach Legendary, you always need to start back at Amber. And when I was a Ruby, I think, or when I was a Ruby, I believe, I'm pretty sure I never got to Diamond. I think I had to like at the end of Ruby in Season 1. But whatever I was in Season 1, I basically started back in Amber in Season 2, and I was like, what? Do we really have to restart the entire thing? So now they've actually changed that. If you happen to be a Legendary or Diamond Division player, you're going to start as a Sapphire. If you happen to be a Ruby or Sapphire, then you're going to be starting in Emerald, and then everyone else is basically going to start in Amber. And along with that, they've also made it so that these little starting locations will also reflect all of your achievements and will also reflect all of your rewards. So if you happen to skip some ranks, don't worry, your Legendary backpack for the PvP thing, for the Ascension thing, progress will still be kept track and you will get credit for skipping those tiers. Same with rewards. And this is really cool. If you happen to be like a diamond player last season and you end up being in Sapphire, after you play one game, you're gonna get a huge amount of rewards. Like, you're gonna get tons of chests, and all the rewards will still be given to you. You won't be penalized for doing so amazing that, you know, you won't get the rewards or credit for the achievements. So that's really neat. I really like that they did that, and it really rewards players that I've gotten a really high tier. I wish they would have done that last season because, quite frankly, I didn't play much in Season 2. So now I'm back at Ambrick and I gotta restart the whole thing again. So it kind of sucks, but I guess that's what I get. And they've also, once again, made some changes to the specific classes. If you want to check those out, they are also in the patch notes. There isn't anything too major, I think. They made a lot of changes to Ranger, actually. By trying to... made a lot of changes to the Bristleback and to the Smoke Scale pets. I don't know if they're trying to encourage a different pets to be used, but I saw a post on Reddit the other day where someone was saying if you want to encourage us to use different pets, then you have to actually make them attack people accurately. I don't play Ranger that much. I don't know if that's a huge problem. I don't know anything about the pets or which one's the best, but they have made some pet changes to the Ranger. That one's pretty big. And if any of you guys are LE players like me, they have increased the cooldown duration of Flash Freeze and Feel the Burn, which sucks because I use those two fairly often as well. And yeah, they made some Mesmer changes, but nothing that I could really, comment on because I don't play Mesmer at all. I don't know if there are any huge changes or not, and I haven't heard it from anyone either. So that's pretty much all for PvP, World vs. World, and for, well, the Black Lion Gem Store. Now we're going to go over PvE stuff. I know I sort of went, like, backwards. I usually start with PvE and then go to PvP and then World vs. World, but we went backwards this time because I just felt like going backwards. They've made some changes to guilds, and nothing too major. The big one, though, is that they've added a Clear Decorations button to the Arena category within the Storage tab of the guild panel for guild members with the rank permission, remove all decorations. So I guess this is useful for people who have decorations in their arena. But once again, the big thing that a lot of people have been always worried about is, well, how can I how can I make sure that no one, you know, removes all my crap that I've put on? They just want to troll me. But, I mean, I've never seen a problem like that. I've never heard of a problem like that. I think Guild Wars 2 is a pretty mature community. And, well, now they have a rank permission, remove all decorations, and it links up with the Clear Decoration button. But other than that, Guild Halls really didn't get anything else. They made some bug fixes, crash fixes, and made some fixes with the prices of decorations, but nothing too major to even bother going over. As for Legendary Journey, they've also addressed that. The Chuka and Champawat, they've actually changed... Well, I don't know if they changed it, but they've fixed some stuff, I guess, with it, where people were basically temporarily sort of like, not cheating, but... I'll just read it to you. I haven't gotten this far into the Legendary Journey yet, so I don't know what any of this means. But I'll just read it to you here. The Tiger Cubs in the Chuka and Champawat 4, a non-traditional family collection, can no longer be taken outside of the Tiger's Den unless players have the correct collection progress for this journey. Players may still temporarily place Tiger Cubs on their back while within their friends' Tiger Dens. If a player already has a Tiger Cub on their back but doesn't have the correct progress, the Tiger Cub will go back to the den. I don't know what this really means because I obviously haven't gotten to that part of the journey yet, and if you aren't aware, we are doing the Chuka and Champawat journey on the channel here. If you want to check that out, we'll have a link on screen right now and a link in the description where you can follow our journey. So far it's pretty fun. I'm enjoying it, and a lot of the subs are enjoying it as well. So they made some Legendary Journey changes. If you want to check the specific stuff out, you can check the patch notes, but nothing too crazy to go over also. Now for regular, more specific PvE, one thing that they've added, which I was really surprised they did, I didn't know this was even on their radar, but I guess it's pretty cool, is that now all the adventures around Tyria are getting millisecond timers added to the statistics. So usually when you finish a adventure in Heart of Maguma, not Corteria, what am I talking about, Corteria? In the Heart of Maguma maps, there's a ton of adventures, and usually, I mean, I've seen this several times, where I look at the lifetime section, and a lot of people have the same amount, the same score, and I'm like, okay, well, how is this guy first, and how is this guy second? Now they're adding milliseconds, so you exactly know why you're second or why you're third, because you were maybe like 2 milliseconds later than he was. So that's been added, and they also have the 64-bit client no longer in beta. So if you want to switch over to 64-bit and your system, has favorable conditions to switch over to 64-bit, it will do so. Hero choice chests in the Heart of Thorns maps have also returned. They actually previously were not even there anymore, but they've actually fixed them, so now we'll be getting those as well again. And they've adjusted the drop rates for all the map currencies in the Heart of Thorns maps. I guess some map currencies were getting a bit too much than other maps were, so I wouldn't consider it a nerf really. They just adjusted it. I honestly haven't noticed a difference. I've had a ton of them in my inventory anyway, so I wouldn't notice a difference at all. And well, the last thing that I want to go over is the new content that they added. And last patch we saw that they added some new content with the ley line energy rays coming out of the ground. Well, this patch we have bandits. The mysterious note that comes up in the patch notes, it's reports of banditry have increased in Kryta. And you guessed it, it's pretty much the same little thing that they've, it basically follows the same little routine that they had last patch, and I really like how they're doing this. I wonder if this is the legendary weapons team now creating this new content for us, because if it is, then it's great. I'm really liking this new content, this new current event stuff. If you're wondering if the old current event stuff is gone now, I don't think it is gone. I have seen people doing it. I mean, I did it yesterday. I've seen people doing the old current events still, so I'm hoping it's not gone, because why would they remove content? I mean, that doesn't really make much sense to me. So I hope the old content's not gone. Hopefully you can still do the other current events if you missed them. But they've added 2 new achievements now to the current event achievement list. And under general, you go to the current events, and if you have found the encrypted orders, I think you have to kill a bunch of bandits. If you go to Brisbane Wildlands, near the Gallow Field, there's a bunch of little bandit camps there. If you kill bandits, you'll get a yellow item, a rare item. I think it's called like encrypted orders or something like that. And it'll tell you to go to Divinity's Reach and talk to this officer. And this officer tells you, okay, well, thank you for turning this in, blah, blah, blah. And you have to go kill these bandit leaders that are across Kryta next to supply crates. And once you kill all 5 of them, you get an achievement, and you get Core Tier Mastery experience again. So another great way to boost your Core Tier Mastery. Unfortunately, there's only 2 achievements this time, not 4. So, kind of sucks, I guess, but I appreciate the new content. I finished all 5 yesterday, and they also added another achievement. The second achievement, you have to kill 5 to get 1 achievement, and then the second achievement is you have to collect, I think you have to collect like encrypted orders, like 3 of them. It's a daily thing. You have to collect 3 of them and collect 3 daily orders. I think that's what it is. I can't remember right now off the top of my head, but you'll see it when you actually find your first encrypted orders, I believe, and you talk to the guy, and you unlock both the achievements. But these bandits are basically spread across Keswick Hills, Brisbane Wildlands, and Queensdale, those 3 maps. So if you want to check that out, I know Dolphy has a guide up. If you go check her site out, there's a guide there. That's the one I used. There's only 5 of them, and the achievement's fairly easy to do. So that's the new content. One thing that I'm kind of sad about is that, while they do give us a lot of reason to do this, because obviously the achievements, because obviously the loot, because obviously it's new content that people like to do, it has some relation with the story, and I really don't know what the relation with the story is yet. Bandits and leyline energy rays, I don't really know the connection there. If anyone knows the connection or wants to take a stab at it, I'm curious, because who knows what bandits have to do with it. Maybe bandits are, uprising also. I don't know. I'm not that knowledgeable of the Guild Wars 2 lore. The only lore I know is the research that I do for my Traveler's Tale, and from the personal story, which I'm sure all of you know anyway as well. So I wouldn't be the best one. Maybe Wooden Potatoes has a great little theory for that. He hasn't made a video on that specific topic yet, though, so we'll just have to wait and see. But what makes me sad is that we're getting all this Core Tier experience, right? But for those of us who have our Core Tier experience maxed already, there's nothing for us to do with it. Like, I feel kind of left out when I finish all these events and everyone else is getting like all this experience and getting their rewards from these achievements, and I'm just not getting any of it because I've already maxed my experience out. I don't know if that's just me. I don't know if I'm just making a fuss about it when it doesn't need to be, because hey, I already finished my Core Tier stuff. Other people should be able to finish it as well. I don't know. It would just be cool if there was a way we could actually use this experience towards something. They could roll over maybe into like the next Corteria mastery lines if the experience doesn't go to waste. I'm just picky when it comes to experience going to waste. I used to play this other game where, you know, every time they would release a new world, I would never be able to finish the world because I was ahead of everyone else in level. So I really didn't want to finish the entire world because all the experience I would get would go to waste and they would never roll it over. So I guess that's just where my pickiness comes from. But that was also a thread on Reddit as well, and I was able to sympathize with it because, I mean, it does kind of suck, but not that huge of a deal. I guess I just gotta get used to it. But aside from that, that's pretty much all the patch had to offer. Nothing really else worth mentioning. If you want to get the full details on all the patch, there were a few things I skipped over. You can go ahead and check the patch notes out. And I'm going to see if I can create a Guardian PvP guide for the next Guild Wars 2 video. I really wanted to do that. I'm really loving my Guardian. The Trap Guardian is so powerful. God, I can kill people so quickly. I feel like I'm so squishy too, though. Like, if you mess up, then you're just totally wrecked. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you have any comments or questions, leave it in the comments section below. I may be doing I think I may be actually doing a Q&A. Also, I might do the Q&A video next and then the PvP guide next. Because I wanna finish up those few questions that I hadn't finished up last time because it's been a while. I just keep forgetting to do it, but it's on my little to-do list of videos. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. As always, if you haven't checked out my other channels, I have a tutorials channel, an advice channel, a music channel, and a vlogging channel. If you want to check that out, or my Patreon page, everything's in the description as well as the end card. And with that, this is GSmaniamsmart, and I'll be back sooner than you think. Don't go anywhere.